My name is and I'm employed through the Community Service Programme as the Maintenance Officer for both Carmichael Centre and Carey House. And I would like to introduce Minister Carey, Minister for Community, Equality and Gaelic Affairs.
Thanks very much, everybody. Unfortunately, it's turned out to be a bit of a whistle-stop tour because anytime an NG volunteer like myself comes in to meet other volunteers, you have a habit of just getting delayed and delayed because you meet everybody from your constituents to indeed past pupils of my own around about the place. As always, it's a pleasure to come in here. There's a great sense of a great atmosphere about the place. And I go back probably too long at this stage, but I remember this is virtually a derelict site many years ago, and it's great to see such a lot of thriving activity. Look, I want to compliment all of you for the work that you're doing. You're probably wondering, well, where is the money going to come from for next year? I don't want to make any comments or statements which might either boost hopes or depress you. All I can tell you is that when I was last in the department 2 years ago, I set up the 3-year scheme for funding for organisations, and it was always intended that at the end of that 3-year period that we would just have a look at the scheme just to see how effective it was and was it doing what it was intended to do, which is basically to enable organisations like yourselves who are receiving funding to be more effective. What I'd like to see though is we could explore how we can use the funding from our department to leverage funding from elsewhere. I want no illusions about where it can be got, because as I was saying to some people in another room, 86% of all the philanthropic funding comes from 3 big philanthropy organisations, all of whom will be gone out of this country by 2016. They're simply winding down that they've done what they came in here to do. So we have set up a forum on philanthropy chaired by Dermot McCarthy in the Taoiseach's department to see how we can enable a culture of giving to be developed here in this country. There's still a lot of wealth out there, believe it or not. Despite what you might hear about NAMA and so on, there's still significant wealth. But we need to kind of promote, I suppose, a regime of tax measures and that kind of thing to make it more beneficial for people. Even the €100 per year that people give could make a big difference to people. But €2 a week from somebody by standing order, that's what we've been trying to develop. They've done it in the United States spectacularly. They're doing it in the UK and indeed in the North European countries, where they have a different regime to ours, but they have developed the culture of giving there. So thanks again for the invitation to be with you. It's a pleasure as always. I hope to be able to meet you again over the coming period. As I say, I know some of the faces fairly well at this stage, and I look forward to getting to know you better. Okay? And Eva, thanks very much to you and your board for inviting me. Okay?
Tommy Don Buach as an cuairteach tú doing inniu. Tugann sé an bhisneach agus an bhfuilín doing. Tásúlagainn gur bhain tú tainmh as an cuairt agus gur chonaic tú an sár ibar atá dhéanamh ag na gníomhairí éagsúla atá ag obair in St. Carmichael Centre. Dhlachamid go léir sa leis an seanach Gaelach Scáid chéile Boris na Daoine. Minister Carey, many thanks for your visit today. We hope you enjoyed it and you had a chance to see the great work of the voluntary groups working here at the Carmichael Centre. Your support in coming here means a lot to us, and particularly myself and my colleagues in the training unit in the Carmichael Centre, where support is a very big part of what we do. We believe that by providing a range of supports, such as our own training courses, etc., we can sustain the good work of the wide range of charities and community groups that we work with. We know that you understand the community and voluntary sector. That's very clear to us from speeches that you have made and the interaction you have with the sector. And we certainly look forward to your continuing support in the future. Good of me and me on it.
have you in Mark.
Yes.
We're in Mark.